Right then, we're joined with Cooke at the last training session before we head to Wembley. Cooke, it's been a different week for you this week. I've seen you doing lots and lots of interviews. What's the feeling like as we're getting ever closer to Wembley?
Exciting. It's a chance to play in what is a really big game and create our own piece of history and for the players to go out and do that. So, it's been an enjoyable week, an exciting week, a very different week, and we've not shied away from that either. I think if you treat this as just another game, then you're doing it a disservice.
Okay, just take us into the sort of back office at the moment, just as the build up to Wembley. What's the plans for the boys in the build up to Wembley?
Well, we've got John Keir coming in tonight, and he's going to have a chat with the players. Obviously, he was the boss when I was at Hull, and he was the gaffer there for me when we won in 2005, and he obviously created his own piece of history with the biggest Challenge Cup upset of the century when Sheffield Eagles beat Wigan in the 90s. So I feel it's really important for the players to understand what Wembley's like and what it means and what playing in big games is about. And John's certainly given me his guidance and of his experiences when I played under him, and we hope he can give our players the same.
Okay, and the big send off tomorrow on Friday morning away from Featherstone in 2021. Fev obviously got to Wembley, and the send off down Station Lane with all the kids out with the flags and everything was just amazing as a fan locally. What's that going to mean to the players on that bus?
I'm sure it'll mean everything. It's really important that we've connected and we are connected with our community and the people that come through the gates week in, week out and support us. So I think it'll be fantastic for the players to see everybody outlining Station Lane and making sure that the players go off with the best wishes of the town. You can't help but feel to be inspired by that. I mean, I'm not sure. I beg a belief for me if the players aren't inspired by that. So I'm sure they will be.
Okay, York, we played York a couple of weeks ago down here at Post Office Road. They've gone on a real good run at the moment. So what's the homework been like into York?
Well, it's pretty easy because we coached there last year, myself and Jed. So, excuse me, we understand what Mark Applegarth's about and his coaching staff there. We understand that they've got very good players. And we're going to have to be very good defensively to be able to stop them spine players playing. So, but they've got it all on with us. Let me assure you of that. Our players are very good players in them key positions as well. And we've got some big boys in the middle of the field that are going to want to impose themselves physically. So, it should be a cracking game.
Okay. Any injury update news for the fans?
Yeah, we've got one or two doubts, and we're not sure who's going to play where as of tonight. We've got training sessions to get through tonight before we make a final decision on the team selection. Bailey O'Connor misses out, obviously, on the back of a horrendous tackle technique last weekend in Barrow, and it's really unfortunate for him because he's just hit some form. So he's definitely not going to play, but we've got some players back into contention in Connor Wynne and Jordan Williams. So, we're not too bad off in terms of our health.
Fantastic. And what will it mean when you walk out behind Terry Mullany onto that field on Saturday?
Well, first and foremost, that'll be a great honour because Terry's, as I said, I've put on social media just last night, I think it was. I mentioned Stephen and his son and the game in memory of his son a couple of years ago or last year, and me and Terry had some messages on social media, and then it's been a privilege to get to know him and become a friend of his, and I'm going to really look forward to one, going to the game with him in the morning in memory of Stephen, and then number two, go back to the hotel and then be leading the team out behind Terry. It's a real honour and a privilege, and the rest of the players believe so too.
Fantastic. And what would your last message to the fans be before they go head down to London?
Don't drink too much. Make sure you can remember the game because it's going to be a cracking game. And we hope that we're all celebrating together afterwards with what is a big win for the club. So I'm sure that the players will do you proud because they're well up for the game, and I'm sure if we play our best, then we'll be there or thereabouts at the end of it.